You know that feeling when the race is over? Not just the one you trained for, but the bigger one? The one where every morning had a purpose, every meal had a reason, every ache in your body meant you were getting somewhere? What happens when the finish line disappears and nobody hands you a new one? In 2085, there's a school in what used to be Cleveland where the students don't learn from AI, they teach it. Kids as young as 12 spend their mornings showing algorithms what loneliness looks like. Not the dictionary definition, but the real thing. The ache of an empty room. The weight of a phone that doesn't ring. Connie Alvarado volunteers there. She used to be an Olympic sprinter. 2 silvers, 1 gold. A body that was once the fastest thing in her country. Now she's 36, retired for 8 years, and she's supposed to be free. The foundation covers everything. No rent, no bills, no reason to set an alarm. And that, it turns out, is the problem. Then a letter arrives. Paper, actual ink, from her old coach Davi, a man everyone assumed had died in the Brazilian floods of 2071. 14 years of silence, and now 6 words in his handwriting. I taught the machine to grieve. Connie brings the letter to the school. She wants to understand what Davi meant. The students show her what they've been doing, feeding the school's AI not data, but stories. A girl named May explains, "We told it about my grandmother dying, not the medical facts, the way the house smelled different after, the way I kept setting 2 plates." The AI responds, not with answers, with questions. Is loneliness the absence of people, it asks, or the presence of distance? And Connie feels something crack open in her chest. Because that's the question she's been avoiding since she hung up her spikes. She'd had everything a person could want. Freedom without purpose is just drift. That's the fear underneath, the one she never says aloud. When every basic need is met, when the foundation works exactly as designed, the silence that's left isn't peaceful. It's deafening. So Connie does something she hasn't done since competition. She puts herself on the line. She tells the AI, and the students, and herself, about the last race she ever ran. Not the medal, the moment after. Standing on the podium and realizing that the thing she'd chased her whole life was behind her now, and ahead was just open road. No lane markers, no clock, no crowd. The AI processes this for what feels like a long time. Then, it generates something none of the students have seen before. Not an answer, not a question, a sound. Low, resonant, like a cathedral bell struck once and left to ring. May whispers, "I think it's trying to say it understands." And Connie whispers back, "Or it's trying to say it doesn't." And that's what makes it honest. Connie signs up the next morning. Not as a visitor, as a regular. She'll come every week, teaching the AI what it's like to peak at 22 and have 60 years of life left to fill. It's not a medal. It's not a finish line. But it's a lane. And that, it turns out, is what she needed. Not freedom from purpose, but freedom to choose a new one. Maybe a machine can't truly understand loneliness. Maybe it never will. But a retired sprinter teaching an algorithm what it feels like to miss something you can't name? That's not a failure of technology. That's the whole point of building a world where people have the time to try. Davi's letter came with a coin, from a country that doesn't exist anymore. Connie keeps it on her windowsill, not because it's worth anything, because it reminds her that the things we lose can still teach us what matters. Can a machine understand loneliness? Honestly, we don't know yet. But in a world called Unscarcity, we finally have the time to sit with that question. And if you want to sit with it too, the book is waiting at unscarcity.ai or wherever you find your next good story.